Hello everyone, my name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is December 6th, 2022. And the question is Bitcoin still likely to do what we thought it was going to do yesterday? Okay, if you follow my work, you would know that I believe that a huge breakout to the upside is imminent, okay? And we've been hanging out at this level for quite some time. So it begs the question, are we going up from here eventually, ever? Or will we reject to the downside, right? Some people I saw on my Twitter feed are calling for $5,000 Bitcoin right now, okay? $9,000 Bitcoin. Always going to have dissenting opinions. Always going to have some, people that see things differently. That's normal, okay? But here's why I think it's very likely that Bitcoin actually does what we think it was going to do, right? Which is move to the upside in a major way. Crypto also moved to the upside in a major way, okay? So if that interests you, then keep listening. Just a programming note. The live stream now is going to be moved to 11 to 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, new time. It's just that YouTube's been yelling at me and telling me, like, dude, your listeners, your watchers, they're online at this time. Go online at this time, and I'm going to listen. So I'm gonna move the time, and yeah, that's that. So first and foremost, I think, it begs the question, what's the DXY doing? Because we know the DXY is the market mover. The DXY is our main indicator, okay? And we looked at Bitcoin's price action yesterday. We had an idea as to what it's doing. So let's go on the small time frames and look at the DXY. Is it still dumping? Is it still planning to dump? Absolutely, okay? Absolutely. So yesterday, what did we say? Our analysis for the DXY was a simple one, right? We said that this count was a likely count, okay? Highly probable count, meaning we are in a macro downtrend, okay? We're in an impulse to the downside for the DXY, okay? Again, for those of you who don't follow this work, please understand, really quickly, I'm just going to show you that the DXY and Bitcoin are inversely proportional, okay? Here's my original work. I took a chart of Bitcoin and a chart of the US dollar currency index, the DXY, and I plotted them over the span of about 8 years, okay, since 2014. And on a monthly chart, this is what you get. On the top, you have Bitcoin. On the bottom, you have the DXY. They're almost mirror images of one another, meaning they're inversely proportional. Okay, so if the DXY goes up, Bitcoin goes down, DXY goes down, Bitcoin goes up. Notice I said the DXY, not Bitcoin, because the DXY is the underlying asset, right? 60% of all barter, trade, financial transactions are made using the US dollar in some way, shape, or form. That includes buying Bitcoin. So if people buy Bitcoin, right, 60% of the time, the underlying asset will be the dollar. So how does a $400 billion asset class move up and down so much? It's not because people are injecting hundreds of billions of dollars up, in and out, right? Tens of billions of dollars in and out of the market at any given time. No, it's because the underlying asset, the dollar, moves up and down. It fluctuates. And given that fluctuation, you have a fluctuation in the price, okay? That's a quick and dirty explanation. This is why the DXY is such an important indicator, and we look at it. Okay, now, what is the DXY doing? Right here, very simply, I said the impulse to the downside is a highly likely move. If so, then what the heck is this? This is literally likely a move to the downside, which is a wave and a counter, okay? So maybe this is a corrective move. I believe it's a corrective move. Why? Because we all know in Elliott wave theory, waves of the same degree are comparable in time and in price. And, this wave down is like, 1.5 days, a little more than 1.5 days. And then this retracement is almost 4+ days. It's more than 4 days. So there's no way that this is likely a wave 1, wave 2 situation. It's more likely that this is a wave and this is an intra-wave correction of the wave 4 variety. Okay, so basically all I'm trying to say in layman's term, that wave 1, wave 2 are up here somewhere, wave 3, wave 4, and then you're getting wave 5. Okay, corroborating that read is very simply the pattern analysis double top right here, and that is, sorry, let me redraw that. A double top is confirmed upon breaking the support. Once you break to the support to the downside, you retest it. Any strong support is broken, it's retested. Any strong resistance is broken, it's retested. There you go with the DXY as well. Same stuff. And now you just are rejecting, doing a consolidation reversal from that point of rejection. Do expect that to continue to the downside. Okay, so that is the read on the DXY. It has not changed, and so that's a big puzzle piece to our reading Bitcoin, reading the cryptocurrency markets. Like what's it likely to do from here? Is it likely to go up or down? Well, if the DXY is going down, it's likely that Bitcoin in the cryptocurrency market go up. Okay, so again, high time frame, throw in an indicator here, our stochastic RSI indicator, all the way over bought. That means likely to move down. Now, remember, this isn't just some simple move down. Granted, if I'm correct in my read, and this is a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4 situation, you're likely to get something like this, okay, soon, because, you know, it's an impulse. But there's a possibility that this can be extended. And even though you get some small retracement at this level, once the target, the technical target for this double top is hit, you get a small retracement, you can get continuation, and this can be an extended wave, okay? Still, the general trend of the DXY is down, and don't forget, very, very important point right here. On the really high time frames, this is it's not just a small time sort of a support level. It's not just a what's the word I'm looking for? A neckline for the smaller time frame. This is a high time frame neckline. You go on the weekly time frame. We're at a weekly neckline. Meaning if we lose this level, then this all goes to hell. Okay? Again, you can see you have a quintessential bearish pattern, a head and shoulders pattern, the technical target of which is the height of the head, as measured to the neckline. And so this is exactly what we're looking for, right? So this is a very important level. Do not be confused, right? I know we're looking at the hourly time frame and we're kind of showing a small head and shoulders breaking down. That's just a catalyst. The bigger move, the more important move, is the higher weekly time frame. So this means if we're losing this level, we're losing a very, very important level, a major level in the DXY. This, now, think about it. What does that mean for Bitcoin? What does that mean for crypto? If we're losing that level in the DXY, that means that crypto and Bitcoin are likely to be at a correspondingly crucial level, but in the opposite direction. Okay, so let's now go on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin and crypto. Let's actually go on the on my master list. As you can see, if you look at the really high time frame read of Bitcoin, you are at a crucial level. Okay, just like you're about to lose a crucial level in the DXY, you're about to bounce off of a crucial level in Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is essentially at this support, Okay, it is a support lasting 5 years, as you can see here. Okay, and this level seems to be the bottom of a consolidation period. Okay, and if you take this channel up here, not well drawn, but you see what I mean. This channel, we're basically at the base of the channel, so it's at the nexus of multiple support lines. So just like the DXY is on the brink of collapse from, you know, high time frame support, Bitcoin is on the brink of what's the opposite word of collapse? The opposite of collapse, okay? But on a high time frame support, okay? They're going in opposite directions, okay? So I just want to illustrate that. And again, making use of our momentum indicator, our stochastic RSI is crossed bullish on the weekly time frame, okay? Weekly time frame crossed bullish. This is a big deal. Yeah. And actually, let's see. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say on that. Okay. Now, so yeah, at any moment in time, I do expect pretty intense volatility to the upside as a result. Okay, and on the small time frames, this is my read. So, you know, long story short, I don't really see any difference from our reads yesterday. Like, this right here in Bitcoin is still, in my estimation, a complex wave 4 correction. Nothing's changed here, okay? You see this complex wave 4 correction. It looks very good. It is also a support level to this inverse head and shoulders, right? Everything looks good for me for continuation to the upside. I don't think anything has changed in the Bitcoin read. Obviously, this is a daily show, so my last analysis was done approximately 24 hours ago. So, you know, you wouldn't necessarily expect that much of a change. But even on the small time frames, nothing's changed. My momentum indicator, my stochastic RSI, is all the way bottomed out and double bottomed on the 4-hourly time frame, okay? And on an even smaller time frame, if you look, you're putting in some potential bullish divergence here, okay? Here, let's do this properly. So right here, that's the bullish divergence, okay? So you got a higher high in this stochastic RSI, and you got a, you know, a less pitched high on the price action. Okay, so that's my strong bullish divergence on the charts. Okay, now some of you will say, well, Dean, what's going on here? Well, that is one of two things. It's either a wave 4, right, of this impulse, or it's a consolidation reversal channel. Right, it's a small consolidation reversal. I believe it's the latter. I think this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already printed, and then you have a small consolidation reversal, right? This first A wave targeting wave 4 of the previous trend, and then the subsequent B waves, and then a second degree A wave and a second degree B wave. Okay, that's what I think we're getting. Give me 1 second. Okay, so yeah, that's what I think we're getting in the charts. It's basically a consolidation reversal pattern, and once this finishes, we can continue to the upside. Okay, I do not believe that this is a wave 4. It's possible, but I do not believe it is. In any case, the analysis stands that this is, let's be more specific, a WXY. Okay, I think it's a double three, right? WXY, as I said yesterday, and then this is my consolidation reversal pattern. Okay, so I do believe that you're going to get continuation in the form of this expanded wave 5. That's my read on Bitcoin. It hasn't changed since yesterday. Moving on, I see the same thing in DOT, right? On the smaller time frames, what did we say yesterday? That this was likely a wave 1, wave 2 situation. And now, basically, you've got this consolidation reversal pattern in Polkadot, likely to move to the upside. Obviously, it could be a wave 4, but I don't think it is. In any case, the main analysis is that this is an impulse. This is an intra-wave correction. You're looking for continuation of the impulse. Guys, if you have anything you want me to look at, any other assets, coins, tokens, let me know now, because I'm doing the watch list. I'm just going through our different assets, the different assets that I trade. Okay, Cardano hasn't changed either. I'm still seeing that as a leading diagonal of sorts. We had a throw under of this channel right here, but it still, the analysis still holds. Here, I think this is a clear 5-wave structure. This is an AB base right here. Wave A, targeting wave 4 of the previous trend. Wave B, second degree A wave. Second degree B wave perhaps already printed, and now breakout. Perhaps this is complete, may or may not be complete, but I do believe that this is an AB base consolidation reversal pattern on the smaller time frames for this wave 4, okay, which is something like this, a WXY perhaps, okay. So that's Cardano. Reserve rights, same thing. Our read was that reserve rights was in a wave 4 correction. Okay, and guys, I'm giving you the small time frame. I did the larger time frame yesterday, right? I was on the 4-hourly time frame yesterday. Maybe you want to look at it on this time frame. It gives you better perspective. But essentially, I do believe that we are in still this wave 4 right here, making a rounded bottom for continuation to the upside. And here you got your quintessential leading diagonal. In Dodo, this is a little bit of a tougher read. I think what you're getting here is this entire thing is a consolidation reversal pattern, okay? And it is basically an accumulation of this drawdown. Okay, so this was the what happened on the 7th and 8th, right? This was a deleveraging event, and basically all you have here is an accumulation or an absorption of that supply in the form of an AB base. So I feel like you got your initial break of structure. This came up quite high. This, I think, denotes a lot of bullishness in the asset, because remember, wave A typically targets wave 4 of the previous trend right here. But here you got this move up here. I just think that it is, a lot of these assets are undervalued. They're, oversold. And so you're getting big wicks to the upside. This shows a lot of bullishness. So in any case, I would read this as such. A big A, a big B, a small A, and perhaps this is my small b, a running flat of sorts, okay, before a move up, okay? This is my best read on Dodo. But yeah, no impulses here yet, okay? Ethereum, I still think that you're in that wave 4, okay? And your impulse your stochastic RSI is showing you that you're completely bottomed out now on the 4-hourly time frame, and so you put in that that flat correction, probably a 333 WXYXZ, and then a small consolidation reversal pattern that should take you up. And remember, at the end of the day, this is also just a simple inverse head and shoulders, right? Inverse head and shoulders with a neckline that's kind of like something like this, right? So you're retesting and breaking out. That's the read. It's relatively simple. I wouldn't overcomplicate things, but counting the Elliott waves, I think you're in a wave 4 complex correction. Zilliqa, same thing. I think this is some sort of leading diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really, like, an extended wave 4 complex correction, flat correction, and now you're bouncing off of the bottom of this channel. Okay, bouncing off the bottom of this channel for a big move up, right? Our stochastic RSI momentum indicator is bottomed out on the 4-hourly time frame, so it's looking good. Dogecoin, I still think you're in a wave 2, and this wave 2 finished over here, and I believe that every subsequent move, this subsequent price action is your consolidation reversal, okay, going to the upside. I still believe that that is the correct read here, okay? Reason I don't think that all of this is part of an extended wave 2 is just because it's too long, right? Wave 1 took about 5 days, and if you were to count all of this as wave 2, it would have taken, let's say, it ended here, 8 days, 8 hours. It's possible, but I don't think it's likely. It's possible, right? Because waves of the same degree are comparable in time and in price. They don't have to be equal, and the phi ratio is both 0.618 and 1.618, right? Sometimes, a lot of times, wave 1 and wave 2 are 1 to 1, right? But sometimes it's 1 to 618. Sometimes it's a 1 to 1.618. So either way you read it, if you read this as a complete wave 2, or you read this as the wave 2 and that as the consolidation reversal, it is very likely that your next move is up. You've held support. You've held your very important levels for continuation. That's the most important thing. And I want to stress that because a lot of times as Elliotticians, we get hung up over like, oh, is this like semantics? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. What really matters is it going up or down? What's the likelihood of it going up and down or down? Okay, is this an impulse of some sort? Most likely. Is this an intra-wave correction? Most likely. Is this a continuation of the impulse? Most likely. That's what's most likely going to happen. So that's all that matters, to be honest, right? Like, sort out the rest on your own time, but that's all that matters. That Dogecoin is likely going up, and up by 70% I think we said yesterday, right? Yeah, 70%, which is the target of your wave 3, which is 1618 of wave 2, or sorry, 1618 of wave 1, retracement of wave 2. Okay. Litecoin likely to go up. Okay, as I said yesterday, I still think we're in wave 3. We are in wave 3 of this primary wave 3, and you're gonna get a run-of-the-mill wave 5. I think this was wave 4 right here, and I think you're printing. Let's see. Yeah, I think you're printing wave 5 of this intermediate wave count. Okay, meaning this wave 3 right here, if you break it down, you're in wave 5 of it. Okay, I could be wrong. It could be going much higher, but who knows. What's important is that you're likely getting continuation to the upside. Your stochastic RSI on the 4-hourly time frame is completely bottomed out. You formed this pattern right here, which is a bullish pattern, right? What is it? It's an inverse head and shoulders. These are confirmed how? Breakout, retest, breakout. Okay? So, quite simply, if you did the pattern analysis of this, okay, and you were to take, let's see, you were to take this as a confirmed head and shoulders, and it is a confirmed head and shoulders, because technically it's been, the breakout happened. Remember, these head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, they're confirmed once you break the neckline. Okay, so let's just say that this is it right here. Let's clean this up. Okay, something like this. Okay, jeez. Okay, something like this. You get the point. Okay, so you break it over here, you retest it over here. What's the technical target for these patterns? It's quite simply, as I said before in the live stream, from the head to the neckline, superimposed from the breakout point. That's approximately where we said it was very likely that wave 3 end. Okay, so you have some confluence there, and I'm not going to go into the specifics of how I got that target, but this is another way to measure it. Okay, so I really think that you're going to get a move to the 91 region for Litecoin before getting another kind of drawn out correction and continuation to the upside. So essentially, you're in an upside trend. This should not surprise you. I know a lot of people are very impatient, and it's understandable, but the name of the game for playing these bull markets is you get in and you leave it. You don't try to do what people like Trade Confident do and buy and sell and buy and sell and buy and sell. Trade Confident is another YouTuber. It's a losing effort, because in these markets, it's hard to legitimately target significant resistances that yield big drawdowns, right? By and large, the whole purpose of a bull market is you go up by a lot and you retrace by a little. You go up by a lot, you retrace by a little. You go up by a lot, retrace by a little. So you can always sell these little retraces, but is it worth it? That's the question. Like, you can nickel and dime a few percentage points, but you literally have to be elite to do it consistently enough. And if you do the math and you just think about it, even the best traders will lose against somebody who just bought some position, doesn't even have to be the bottom, and just left it. Let the bull market do its job. Let the bull market do its job. You catch the trend, ride the wave, okay? Don't try to manipulate it so much, okay? Just get on the wave, ride it, and then once you're at a significant high time frame resistance, then it's a question of selling when the trend is over, okay? So, I mean, that's just a little strategy talk, but yeah, I see Litecoin going up a bit more before retracing in a shallow way and then continuing, yeah? So, that's Litecoin. Synthetics, I still believe that this move is going to retrace before going up again. Okay, so yesterday I had it in a wave 5 of this impulse, this primary impulse. And just structurally, if you look at it, it's quite simple. What's going on here is that you've hit an important resistance. And that important resistance is simply the neckline of this all of this price action, right, that you've put in for a month. So you just hit that resistance. What are you going to do? You're probably going to retest this neckline right here, okay, or even lower maybe, before continuation. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if you did consolidate like this, right, in this manner, because I do count 5 waves up, okay, and then you continue. But again, I'm not going to sell my position. I'm in this position, and this is why it's on this watch list. I'm not going to sell, even though I believe it's going down a little bit, because I could be wrong, and this could be an extended wave. And even if I was right, it's not worth my time and my energy to sell for a few measly percentage points and try and time the breakout. Do you understand? That's the whole calculus. And I did not understand this. I'm sharing this so much because I did not understand this in 2021 when I was playing that bull market. It wasn't really a bull market, or that uptrend, right? I didn't understand that. I thought I could trade every single last move, but I really didn't get it. Okay, you can do it, but is it worth it? And can you do it successfully? That's the question you should pose. So yeah, that's what I believe is going on in synthetics. Algorand, I think that this is still accurate, right? We're pulling, we did an A wave. This is a big B wave. Right here, this is some sort of consolidation reversal pattern. Always need to put in a consolidation reversal pattern before changing the trend on any time frame. Okay, and then you make your move up. You hit major resistance. You correct, and you continue. That's essentially what I think is going on for Algorand. Oops. Okay. Binance Coin, same thing. Nothing's changed since yesterday. You are in a wave 4, I believe. Okay, and what's very important is, hold up 1 second. What's very important is that you've held this level right here. Okay, this is clearly a support level for about half a month, 2 weeks, over 2 weeks. You've come down, you've consolidated on this level. Very likely that you move up and out of this level, right? Because you've tested this level, you've gathered all of this liquidity, and you're moving up, right? Marking up from this level. I think that's quite clear. What is this level? I want to say it's a wave 4, but it is a very, very, very long, drawn out wave 4. It's possible, but usually, here, let me tell you this. Usually, when you get a wave 4 that is this extended, you're likely putting in a really extended wave 5. But I don't know about this because, given what we've seen thus far in this impulse to the upside, wave 3 is already extended. So it's very unlikely, not impossible, but very unlikely that you get an equally extended or, also an extended wave 5. So I don't know about that. It's possible, but it's improbable. So I'm not super confident on this count. I will say that outright. And it is not an A, B, C situation, right? Zigzag situation. Why? Simply because we know that the B wave of any zigzag has a minimum retracement of the 0.5 Fibonacci level. And you have not fulfilled that here, okay? Like, you have not fulfilled the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. You're not even close. So I believe that all of this is an intra-wave correction to this impulse. So this is impulsive. This is intra-wave impulsive. Yeah, I'm thinking. Okay, the other thing it can be, let's just try and be open-minded here. Let's try and be open-minded. Let's take this off. Give me 1 second. So the other thing it could be, and I think this is now maybe more likely than not, because look, it is very, very drawn out in terms of time for wave 4. I know wave 4 can take its time, but if you look at the entire wave function, this is really, really, it's taken so much longer than this entire movement. So it's just unlikely to me that this is an intra-wave correction, wave 4. I think even more probable is that this is simply a wave 1, wave 2 situation. I think we're at the point where this is a likely scenario, that all of this is a completed 5-wave impulse, okay, and that this is basically a wave 2, okay, that retraced to the minimum 0382 retracement, okay, and this next wave is going to be a wave 3. I like that better, because I really don't understand. It doesn't make much sense that that BNB in this next move can be so shallow, right, and give you such a shallow move, right, which it would most likely have to be if it were a wave 5, right, and this were a wave 4. I think this is a wave 2, and I understand you're thinking, wave 2 is typically a 1-to-1 of wave 1, right? So if wave 1 took, let's see, if wave 1 took about 4 days and 8 hours, wave 2 should take about 4 days and 8 hours. Remember, I know a lot of people quote waves of the same degree are equal in time and in price. That's false. Not equal, comparable. It's not always a 1-to-1. Okay? And you can prove it to yourself. If you look at the charts long enough, you'll see examples of clear wave 2s that are not 1-to-1 with the wave 1. So let's just see what's going on here. There's a few ways to think about this, but let's this is a little tricky. I want to say this is it right here. I want to say this is it. Okay? And I was basically, what I was doing when I was being silent for a second there was I was looking at the price action, and I was trying to figure out what a completed zigzag would be. I think this is a zigzag here. Okay, it's a 5-3-5. And I think that's your wave 2 correction right there. Okay, that's possible. Okay, that is not out of, out of the question. That's possible. Let's clean this up a little bit. And I think what you're getting here, so you have time comparability there. Okay, these are comparable in time and in price. And so what do you make of all of this? I think this is an AB base. Sometimes the AB base is concerted. It's small, it's tight. Sometimes it's just drawn out, because the move up is going to be substantial. I've seen that before. So that's possible. This is, I think, more likely than our previous count, which had this being a wave 4, right? Obviously, not 100%, nothing is, but we're just playing percentages. We're playing probabilities. I like this more for a lot of reasons. And also, if you just look at this, being a level that this is, let's see, Yeah, I don't know. Don't know. But what I do know is that the next high is up here where wave 3 would, in the region wave 3 would be. You know what I mean? Like, if you're moving up from this level and you want to make a higher high, which you should, if this is the start of a bull market, well then you're coming up to these areas right here. Yeah. So that's where your wave 3 would come, right? Because if you measure this, you're doing something like this. You're making the higher high with that phi ratio 1618 of wave 1 retracement of wave 2. I like that. I like that better. So I'm going to put that in right now for the count. All right? So that is something that I would not be surprised if we had. And if we keep these levels, then I would expect some 45% move, 45 to 55% move for BNB. Last but not least, XRP. I still think this is it. You know, I still think this is a running flat. Okay, and at the end of this running flat, right, which basically, remember, yesterday I said this was our initial break of structure, our big A. This was our big B, our counter, right? And this is our small a, this is our, this is our small a, and all of this is our small b, this running flat, okay? So after that, you have to put in 2 degrees of AB basing, obviously. And so I think that's what we're doing now. So XRP is still held this level, and I think that we're going to get continuation from that. So, you know, that's pretty much it. Our momentum indicator shows us that we're bottomed out. And we're creating a strong bullish divergence, right? As you can see. Creating a lower low in price action. Creating a higher low on the stochastic RSI. So, I think this is, you know, nothing's really changed from yesterday. I did update my BNB count, but otherwise, you know, we're pretty much where we thought we should be, okay? And this right here, this DXY, which is the catalyst, will be moving down sooner than later, okay? And that will be really where you can expect the big move in Bitcoin to happen. When you can expect the big move in Bitcoin to happen. When this level is lost right here. Okay? So yeah, that's it for me, guys. Hope that was helpful. Hope that was useful. Like, share, and subscribe. And have a great rest of your day. Hope you're well positioned to take advantage of the next big moves in this market. All right? Bye.